Hello and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel, and this is Vinyl Albums I Love / Bands and Artists That Inspire Me, part 46 of the series. So we're getting ever closer to that 1,000 record video in episode 50, and here's number 1 of today's picks. This is Neil Young, Friends and Relatives, Road Rock. This is a really cool live album from the early 2000s. It's got Neil Young on it, Duck Dunn is on bass. Spooner Oldham is on keyboards. It's quite a mixed bag, and they do a mixed bag of stuff. Cowgirl in the Sand for 18 minutes is fabulous. Walk On, of course, Off on the Beach. They do Motorcycle Mama, which you never hear, which is I've come to time. Of course, they do Words, Tonight's Night, Watchtower. Just a really good album. And there's a really good DVD of this as well. And I've got everything Neil has ever done. And this is a really underrated live album, really, with a mixed bag of stuff. So that's Road Rock 1. This is B.B. King with Lucille. Of course, Lucille is B.B. King's guitar, the 335, the 345, the 355, etc. Wonderful singing, wonderful band, wonderful guitar playing on this. Watch Yourself, Lucille, of course. No Money, No Luck, which is an old Ivory Joe Hunter tune. Stop Putting the Hurt on Me, B.B. King. One of my favourite albums by Zappa and Beefheart. This is Bongo Fury, which is a live album which features Zappa's band with, of course, Don Van Vliet singing. Deborah Cadabra, of course. Carolina Hardcore Ecstasy is on this. The Muffin Man. Thought there was a man, but there was a muffin. And it's just a really cool live album. Wild, off the wall, Beefheart, Zappa. For me, doesn't get much better. Up next, we got The Who, Who's Next. Some cracking stuff on this. Barbara O'Reilly, Bargain. Won't Get Fooled Again, Behind Blue Eyes. Of course, you got Pete Townsend, Keith Moon, John Entwistle, and Roger Daltrey. The Who. Love the early stuff. I think My Generation is a cracking album. I think Who's Next is a cracking album. So that's The Who for today. This is Albert Lee with his solo album Hiding. It's signed by Buddy Emmons, of course, the world famous pedal steel player. And Albert, there's some cracking stuff on this. Setting Me Up. Ain't Living Long Like This, of course, the Rodney Crowell song is on this. Country Boy, the world famous Country Boy that Albert is known for. And it's a really good album. And that's Albert Lee, one of the great country guitar players ever. This album was released in 1966 on this very day. I don't know what the date is. It's the 12th of May, I think. Small Faces, of course, with the unmistakable voice of Steve Marriott. This is a really cool album. Well, you know, there's some great stuff on this. Own Up. Don't Stop What You're Doing. Sha-la-la-la-la-lee. Shake. It's Too Late. Real good mod R&B stuff by the Small Faces. This is a nice Chet Atkins album. This is Chet Atkins Relaxing with Chet. The more mellow side of Chet Atkins and his wonderful finger picking. Listen to the imagination, versatility and skill of Chet Atkins. That's what it says on the back there. And you've got stuff on this. Blues for Dr. Joe, Yesterdays, Martha, April in Portugal. Beautiful guitar playing by one of the true all-time great guitar players of any genre. This is a nice compilation. This is Johnny Guitar Watson with Hot Little Mama. Massive fan of the 50s stuff that Watson did on Federal and King, etc. 3 Hours Past Midnight. Gonna Hit That Highway. Then there's tracks on here like Reuben, the wonderful blues, those lonely, lonely nights. Absolutely killer stuff. Space Guitar isn't on this, but Space Guitar is amazing, and what a voice and what a guitar player. Even though that's him in the 70s, when he was doing more funky stuff with his 335, etc. This is the earlier stuff when he's playing his Strat and that weird-looking Martin guitar. Here comes Elvin Bishop with Juke Joint Jump. Of course, Elvin Bishop is famous for being in the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. Juke Joint Jump is on this. Calling the Cows, Rolling Home, Hold On, Arkansas Line. Really good country bluesy sort of rock stuff by Elvin Bishop. And I love his 335 Big Red. This is a really good album. Not much more to say about that. Another Elmo James compilation on Ace. This is the King of the Slide Guitar. All these compilations have got something to offer. There's some good stuff on this, such as Sweet Little Mama, Long Tall Woman, Elmo Shuffle Part 2, which Little Johnny Jones sings that one. Strange Kind of Feeling, My Best Friend, One More Drink. Great picture of Elmo there with his big old K acoustic guitar on the back. Nice album on the Ace label. There's some great reissues on that label. Definitely worth checking out. This is Johnny Cash with Bitter Tears. This is a lesser known Cash album. Some nice stuff on here though. The Ballad of Ira Hayes, Apache Tears, Talk to the Leaves. As Long as the Grass Shall Grow. On the wonderful orange CBS label, which is a favourite label of mine. I think it's just all the labels like the Atlantic and the Chess, they're all really nice on our bright orange CBS. So this is sort of Johnny Cash's album, which is about ballads of the great American Indians. Definitely worth checking out. A lot different to like False in Prison, etc., but nevertheless really good. This is Alvin Lee with 10 Years After with the album Rocket Fuel, which is high-octane, fast blues rock stuff, Rocket Fuel. Somebody Calling Me, Ain't Nothing Shaking. The Devil Screaming, Alvin's Blue Thing, which features some got a beautiful guitar playing on a 3-3-5. There's a big 3-3-5 theme going on here with B.B. King, Alvin Lee, Elvin Bishop. And this is the Rocket Fuel album. I'm just looking, it's on the Polydor label, so there we are. They've gone from Chrysalis over to Polydor. This is the first LP I ever had, or the first CD I ever had. This is the best of Peter Green's, well, this is Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits, which is the Peter Green era of Fleetwood Mac, which has got Albatross, Only Green Man, Unleashing Man of the World, Oh Well, Part 1 and 2, Black Magic Woman, Need Your Love So Bad, Shake Your Money Maker, Stop Your Messing Around, Love That Burns. This is the first album I ever got on CD when I started playing guitar, and it was one of the first vinyl LPs I got, because of course I wanted to get this because I had the CD, and there's the band. So this is like one of the albums that started me going. So if you don't like the stuff I do and you think it's terrible, you can blame this record. So there we are. This is a classic album. This is Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones. I haven't shown enough Stones. Of course, it's got the famous zipped cover, which I don't want to break. There's some absolute gems on this record. Bitch, of course, I got the blues. Sister Morphine, Dead Flowers. That's one of my favourites, Dead Flowers. World famous Brown Sugar, Wild Horses. Just probably the greatest bar band of all time that don't play in bars. And with probably one of the greatest album covers of all time. I think this is the small zip version. This is a bigger zip version you can get as well. But nevertheless, it's just a good album to listen to. Another Neil Young, this is Chrome Dreams 1. This is a bootleg of the famous Lost album, which is out on the new archives, I think. Pocahontas, Star of Bethlehem, Like a Hurricane, Too Far Gone, Homegrown, Captain Kennedy, Sedan Delivery, Powderfinger. As well, there's Neil Young on the back there with his little Martin guitar. This is sort of American Stars and Bars era Neil Young. Gritty, rocky. Superb. This is the best of Booker T and the MGs. Steve Cropper on guitar, of course. Booker T. Jones, Duck Dunn. You know, they played with everybody on that stack stuff. Fabulous. I mean, Green Onion, Soul Dressing. My personal favourite, Red Beans and Rice, Tic Tac Toe. Super duper instrumentals. Pitbo Edmonds. This is Suitable as a Flying Mallet by Dave Edmonds. Baby, I Love You. A Do Ron Ron. No Money Down, of course, Chuck Berry. You Need a Shot of Rhythm and Blues. Johnny Kidd done that. Chuck Berry's Let It Rock. Born to Be With You, Billy the Kid. There's Edmonds at the back there in Rockfield Studios. A true Welsh legend and a bit of a genius in my opinion. So the Beatles, of course, with Abbey Road. You all know how good this record is. Come Together, Maxwell Silverhammer, Octopus Garden. Here Comes the Sun. I mean, most people will write like 2 or 3 great songs, and then, all the other songs, but the Beatles, all the songs are great. It's unbelievable, really, the talent, isn't it? Polythene Pam. She got through the bathroom window. Love the cover. Of course, it's iconic. And that's the Beatles. This is a nice one. This is a sampler record. This is the live stiff, the stiff sampler, stiff records, of course. There's some real cool stuff on here. Nick Lowe's on here, When I Knew the Bride and Let's Eat. Now, one of my favourite songs on this is The Police Car by Larry Wallace, of course, who was in the Pink Fairies and early Motorhead. Ian Drury's on this with Bill and Ricky Dickey, Norman Watt-Roy, of course, in the band. And Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll and Chaos. It's not the song. Wake Up and Make Love with Me, Reckless Eric's on here as well. With Semaphore Signals, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Miracle Man. What a wonderful record. I mean, in Nick Lowe's band, you've got Terry Williams, Pete Thomas, Dave Edmunds is in the band as well. Absolutely brilliant. Stiff Records, what a cool label. And last but not least, Blue Kentucky Girl by Emmylou Harris. It was a wonderful documentary about Emmylou on BBC4 Saturday just gone. So I thought I'd show an Emmylou album, the hot band. I mean, Glendy Hardin, Elvis's piano players in this, James Burton, Albert Lee, Rodney Crowell, Ricky Skaggs. I mean, it's just a who's who. Sisters Coming Home, Beneath the Still Waters, Rough and Rocky, Hickory Wind, knockout stuff. Blue Kentucky Girl, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. Wonderful stuff by Emmylou Harris, and there we have it. There's another 20 albums from the Vinyl Albums I Love / Bands Not Inspire Me series. I was going to say Vinyl Albums I Love You then. I suppose I do. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you all again next week for part number 47. I really appreciate it. See you again soon. Cheers.